So we're around about the 40-metre mark from the green, and so what sort of problems do you have with this shot, Catherine?
Okay, well I usually do choose the pitching wedge next to your glass to try and get to the flag when it's in the middle or towards the back.
Good.
However, the problem I'm having sometimes, not all the time, is that I will hit the shot, get to the green, and the ball will stop rather than rolling as far as I think it's going to.
So it's a bit weak and it doesn't sort of kick forward much.
Yes.
Okay, so that could be a technique problem.
Yes.
So let's have a look and see what's happening with your pitching technique. That looks good. So that was pretty good, wasn't it?
It happens more often if the tee's up a little bit.
If it's a higher.
Yes.
So in that case, you might want to use...
Should I use the sand wedge?
Yes,
get it closer
and
to the hole?
carry it over that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, to try and get it a little bit further.
That could be. So that was a little bit like the bunker. Yeah, exactly. That was a little bit of a deceleration. So watch the length of the backswing doesn't get too long, and then positive down and through. That's nice. Again, a little bit of a deceleration. I know it doesn't feel like it, but if you've had a backswing that's a little bit long, your tendency will be to decelerate. So
keep it a bit shorter.
Keep it a bit shorter so that you can then come through a bit more positively. Good, that's it. Shorter back, longer through, a bit like the bunkers. Yes, that's lovely. Your body came through that really nicely. Well done. So I've gone into lesson mode. I'm like forgetting that we're videoing. Okay, one more. But it has to be a good one. Shorter back, more positive through. Yeah, good. Well done. Ooh, we like that. Nice. So Kim, your 40-metre pitching shot's okay?
I don't use it that much.
So you use your sandwich, don't you?
I use my sandwich and then stop it sometimes.
So sandwich is fine, except it's a bit riskier. So a little bit more that can go wrong with a sandwich. So if you mishit a sandwich, that's the one that sculls over the back or goes in front of you. Whereas you know that one. The pitching wedge just gives you a little bit more room for error. So if the flag's at the front, sandwich. If the flag's middle to back, pitching.
Yeah. Well, I've actually got a gap wedge.
Okay, perfect. So you've got
middle,
more.
Isn't it?
That's middle. That's right. And you can write that down if you're not sure.
I will.
All right. Let's have a little look at your technique.
Oh, fast. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
So do you get that one much?
Sometimes. Well, I don't use it much. I don't use this club much.
Right. Do you get that shot with the sandwich much?
No, not as much.
Okay.
So, yeah. Is that right?
Yep.
Feels a bit weird.
Because you're not used to it, huh? So really, it shouldn't make much difference, the club. No. It's never the club, in fact.
Okay, and that's
that's right. Once you're confident with one club, you think that, you don't want to change.
This doesn't have enough loft.
Yeah, exactly. And so you use the same length swing you would have on your sandwich, and then it went a little bit too far. Okay. So to go the same distance with this, you'll need to shorten the club a little. The length of the back swing a little bit. But the good thing with that is the shorter the swing, the less that can go wrong.
Right.
That's why this is a bit safer.
Okay.
Yep. So a little bit shorter back swing. Nice and positive. Beautiful. Again, plenty of distance on it. So
too much.
This is going to give you the luxury of a shorter back swing.
Yeah, okay.
Still stay positive coming through.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. Easy. Right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, Jan. So, Jan, are your mid-range pitches okay? Your 40-metre?
Well, they're getting a lot better.
Good.
The one thing, while I was watching the others, everyone says you've got to pick a target to land it.
Yes.
I'm never quite sure where that target is.
Right.
So, with a pitching wedge, how far do you want to pitch it and then how far do you want to run it?
Yes. So it changes when you're in fairly close. That whole 1/3, 2/3, half and half thing that we talked about in the short game intensive applies. But as you come further away, it doesn't, because the longer swing gives you more speed through the ball, which puts more spin on the ball, so it lands and stops quicker.
Right.
So what I would suggest you do is find yourself an area like this at your home club and play some pitching shots. Pick a length like this, 40 metres, work out what length swing you need and see how much run you get with it.
Okay.
And then you'll have a much better idea about.
Okay.
But generally speaking, with a 40-metre pitch with a pitching wedge from here, you probably want to allow maybe 10 metres or so to run it, 8 to 10 metres.
Having said that, I don't hit the target all
You
the
don't think you're
time.
going to be able to... It's good to have a plan though, right? Good to have a plan. And of course, as you said before, it depends on speed of the greens, uphill, downhill,
Right.
so there's variables. But it's nice to have a bit of a plan to going in,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It's always a good idea. Good. It's a little bit big.
Just a touch.
You played it well. What goes wrong with this shot for you, Jan? If you hit a bad one, what is it?
It can quite often be too short.
Okay. All right. So a bit weak.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's scary.
Bit scaredy cat, yeah.
But not today.
Not to. Would you normally use a pitching wedge from this distance, or would you be like
Well,
Kim and be
if
using a
it's a back
sand?
flag, I would.
Okay.
now.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
But-
Good.
Yeah.
Shorter backswing, but still positive coming through.
Nice shank.
That's all right. Because I shortened your backswing, it threw you off a little bit. Nice. So Jan, as you're coming through these shots, you're doing a little bit similar to what you're doing in the bunker, and that's why sometimes you'll come up a bit quick, you'll get a high, weak one, and that would account for the ones that go stand at the front. So a really good drill is coming through and stopping here. So just do that for me now. Normal backswing like you're doing with your pitch, and then stop on the follow through with the arm straight. That's right. So you're going to go normal back and then stopping here. And that just simulates the feel of that. Yeah. And again, try and brush the grass if you can. Good. That's it. And again, so this will be good practice for your bunkers too. That's it. And that should make you a bit more consistent, and you won't get the high, weak one as much. Yeah, nice.
Sounded better.
Yeah, you got a bit more down below it, didn't you? A bit more ground, which is what we want. A lot of women don't get enough divot, so we need to. And that arm staying straight gets the club down under the ball. No pressure. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So that's your homework, is here to here and stop there to feel that position. But otherwise it's pretty good. That's going to just add to your consistency and your ability to judge distance as well.
Okay. Thank you, Anne.